In this lecture, we'll be exploring the new HTML5 input types. The first one, as you can see, is a color picker. So clicking on this will provide you with a range of options to select a color, and then you can just click on OK, and that color will be shown to the user. The other one that we have is type date. So here you'll get a calendar wherever this date type is supported. So in whatever browser you're working on, if the date type is supported, then you'll get a calendar coming up, and if not, then this particular date type box will be changed to a input type text box. Similarly, we have a couple of variations with this date type. We can add parameters like max and min to this particular date, and here you can see we have set up a restriction wherein we just want the user to enter a date before 1980-01-01, and the other one says enter a date after 2000-01-01. So that restriction applies on this. You can see that default date that we have provided as value is coming up, it's December 1979. Similarly, over here you can see current date is highlighted, 28 July 2017, which is after 2001. So the minimum value mentioned over here is this, and the maximum value mentioned in this text box as the date. Then we have datetime local. Now datetime local does not have the UTC information in it. So here you'll get both date as well as time. So you select a date, and here you'll be able to enter time information, AM, PM. You can even make use of these cursors. So on whichever block you'll be accordingly able to update that hour, minute, and then the AM, PM value. Now, next we have type email. So this allows you to enter a valid email ID. This comes really handy when you are doing registration forms where you ask user to input a valid email ID. So this takes care of that. Then if you just want to have month and year, you can have it in this fashion. So as you can see, you just select the date and it will automatically pick up that particular month and the year. So it's just going to have month and year. Similarly, we have input type number, and here you can have variations with min and max value. So I cannot go beyond 5 and I cannot go less than 1. Similarly, we have variation of this number. So here you can see that the value is 30, and we have ensured that the min value is 0, max value is 100, and the increment will be by 10. So every time I increase it, it will be increasing in this order, plus 10, or decreasing it, then also minus 10. Apart from that, we have another input type which is range. So you can specify min and max values to it, and you can make use of that range like a slider. This comes handy when we are doing some range filtering based like pricing and all. Then we have search. This actually works exactly like text box. It's just provided to be more meaningful. So if you're using a text box for search purposes, you can have this instead of a regular text. Then we have tel, which is for telephone number, and then we have just time. So earlier we saw date time, now we're just having this time thing. So you can have hour, minute, and then AM, PM. And then we have another input type called URL. So this ensures that you enter a valid URL with protocol, then the domain name like http:// and then the name of the website or domain name. Then we have week. So here you can see the week is coming up. So currently we are in the 30th week of the year, so we can select that. So week 30 of year 2017. So these are all the input types that are newly introduced in HTML5. In the next lecture, we'll be also taking a look at the newly introduced attributes for some of the existing input types as well as some of the new input types that we just discussed.